Let's go. We got bowling, baby. We got Dreamer, baby. Bowling's, you know, kind of sitting on the floorboard there. We got Sun Bear, baby. We got Dragon T, baby. Risen. Nobody cares about it. This doesn't get a baby. Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Yes! Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Yes!
DeFi Kingdoms, baby. DeFi Kingdoms for beginners. Do you not know anything about crypto? I got you. DeFi, decentralized finance. You got kids, you got a wife. DeFi Kingdoms, billions of dollars with Hero. Yes, baby, why? Amazing. GQI, he does. Yes. Even though there's no right or wrong way. Wonder where I'm at? Yes. Once upon a time, in the not too distant past. Baby, yes. Baby,
yes. I love you. Baby, yes. Baby, yes. Baby, yes.
Baby, check it out. In the house, we got a new tool. I don't even know anything about it. I have heard about it. Hero Hunter. We're going to talk about that. We're going to see what this is all about. All right. Real quick, though, I want to announce, check this out, boys and girls. I just did a mega tweet, a mega crazy, insane, hardcore mega tweet. All right. Hello. All right. Right here. It's in the description below. And it's a huge giveaway. And it's also a shout out. It's love to the Gem Hunters and Bit Shaman Baby, who came on the channel a couple weeks ago. Love this guy. Okay. He's phenomenal. And I'm just spreading the love here. So part of the giveaway is liking, subscribing, bell button, and commenting. Okay. Stuff like that. But I lay it out there pretty simple. There are some steps. You got to be, you got to make sure you do it right. But, it's not too hard. I have all the right links for each number. Number one, the link is here at the bottom. Number two, the link is right here. Like and comment on this tweet. Retweet this tweet. Follow me and then comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's the link. It was pretty easy. Follow Dragons Crossing. There's the link. Subscribe to Dragons Crossing YouTube. There's the link. Dragons Crossing Discord. There's the link. Make it simple. Make it easy. It might seem insane. Slow down. Read through this, baby. I think it's well worth our time. So we're loving on today, just now, okay? And shout out to Chozo, baby, who won one of the whitelist spots. They just finished up Town Hall. We are going, Dragons Crossing, going on Arbitrum blockchain. Okay, so this was part of that announcement as well. Okay, and just loving on the Gem Hunters, and also, was hoping that he would retweet. Well, sure enough, he got in there, retweeted. So that was like, yes, I'm so glad that just went so well, and it's already blowing up. The tweet's blown up. Just trying to get some love to his YouTube channel. He's got 76,000 Twitter followers, and he's got like 500 YouTube followers. I don't get it, right? Okay. And then also giving some love to Dragons Crossing. We're talking for real giveaway. No joke here, okay? And the Dragons Crossing team, they're giving away 3 Genesis Hero whitelist spots and also 3 Hero shards. So 6 winners there. And let me tell you guys, if this thing blows up and we get hundreds of people in there who are possible winners, you know, who are qualified to win, we're going to up these numbers. Okay. I'm going to add to that. Then in addition, I'm going to do 10 additional winners of DeFi Kingdoms NFT heroes and 10 DeFi Kingdoms pets. Baby. See, we're spreading the love here. We're spreading awareness. It's mainly about Dragons Crossing and Bit Shaman. Okay. And the gem hunters. But guess we also slip in. We got to slip in some DeFi Kingdoms love. Guess what? We also slip in here, baby. We slip in Next Crypto Gem, Jet, Ultra Starter, all those guys. All right. Spreading the love. Cross realms. And a lot of these guys are already interconnected anyways. I want to do more of this, okay, just to help ecosystems expand and love on each other, okay, especially when the core values and the vibes are all awesome and good. Okay, so that's the goal here. And just spread love, support, awareness for good, awesome, real deal projects out there. Okay, and here's one, maybe. Here is one right here. So this is this link description below on my Twitter. Here's another possible. Who's this guy? What's going on here? Big. Is it Big?
Yeah, that's Big.
Okay, and he's got this website, Hero Hunter. Oh, of course, as soon as I stop sharing, Hero Hunter. We just saw also his Twitter. Okay, and his Twitter, both in the description below. He's also got his Discord here. Okay, right here on his Twitter. What's going on here? Tell us all about it. Let's go big. Let's go baby.
Yeah, all right, let's jump in. So, Grady, actually, I'm going to do something probably a lot of people that come on with you, they don't really do. I'm going to put some slides up.
Oh,
how about that, professor style, all right?
Okay.
Well, the reason I want to do that, I want to introduce why we need something like this, why people might think they need something like this. We've got other tools, right? So
Yes.
that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get that up. Let me get my
hit present at the bottom.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm going to share my screen here. I think I can just do one window. There we go.
Okay.
Cool. I'll make it colorful since the topic's a little bit dry.
Okay.
All right, look, what are we doing? We're summoning here, right? Why are we summoning? Generally speaking, we want to make some profit, right? That's what we're thinking about. Either we do through jobbers, we can mutate, we can build an army, and recently we've also seen the introduction of crafting, which is on people's minds. So you can get crafters in there too. There's a lot of other options too. People always have their path to get there, right? But the thing is, we can actually optimize this process. Some people have figured this out already, and they're actually turning a nice profit. Whether they're in it for the financial profit or just like building up their stats as a hero, right? Or
is it all about profit, or could it also be because we want to get our beast heroes?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could your hero can profit in the end.
Yes, right.
So it doesn't have to be financial gain. It can be the hero gains. It gets a profit here, right?
Which is profit. Yeah, you're right.
So this whole process, whether financial or not, you can definitely optimize it, right? So you're thinking to yourself pretty much, hey, I do it already. I go to ADFK, I've got my stuff there, I get my alignment, and I can do it. I do the same thing personally. I do it really often. I don't use my tool for every single thing. It has its purposes, right? But what I found out when I went through, I found out there was actually a lot of data missing that I personally wanted to see. In some cases, ability mutations were missing, not all the cases. ADFK does a great job with that. Rarity was missing, but I never saw like stat boost alignment for a given profession that I was trying to shoot for, right? It didn't light it up for me, and I wanted to see that personally. Another big thing that was missing was combinations of things. What are my chances to get a legendary miner with a subclass mutation? Like, I couldn't find that anywhere. It wasn't there. I had to calculate it every time, like something along those lines, right? And then, like I said before, like connecting specific summoning goals. Like, hey, I'm shooting for a PvP hero, and I want to make sure that I align the primary and secondary stat boosts with its class, right? So I want to make sure I have a double double step boost on strength because I'm shooting for a PvP summoning result here. Like I never got those things in there. So again, more calculations on my side, all manual. And the biggest one, profitability. Like
Yeah.
there was nowhere to be found any relation between how much I'm about to spend on either the pair, because I'm buying them fresh, plus all of the summons I'm going to do with them, together with what is my potential over, let's say, 10 summons. I'm doing Gen 1 10 out of 10. There was no data there. I mean, there was nothing calculated. The data was all there raw, but it wasn't put in a nice digestible format. So what I did, I added the data. Here's some mathematical stuff to make it look complicated, but it's actually very, very simple. There was a lot of missing data. I added it in. And then I ended up connecting all that data to this profitability aspect, which is what Hero Hunter actually focuses on, right? It's meant to find you these pairs that you're going to summon with and relate it to profitability. In this case, should I invest my finances to try to reach this summoning result? Maybe the summoning result just builds your PvP hero base, or maybe it actually allows you to turn a profit. Either one. Let's give an example, right? Let's have a classic example. We've got like a knight and a warrior, right? You can earn whatever you define as earn here with this pair by maybe you shoot for a paladin mutation, you want to shoot for miners. Like there's all different things you're looking at between these two pairs, right? They all go through our minds when we see these two, right? Maybe even some you don't even know exist, but actually are really beneficial to you. So then you go through the odds. That's what we do, right? We look at Paladin, we say, hey, cool, 14%. That's actually a pretty good thing. So we keep digging. It doesn't hit me a minor. I don't really care. I'm not looking for profession on this one, right? Here's my rarity chances, and so on, right? And then, on my side, I had even more questions. Like I wanted to know, hey, what are my chances to get a rare Paladin? Or what are my chances to hit 2 ability mutations?
Right.
And yeah, you can multiply them together, and you can get
Do
your
all the
chances.
math.
Exactly, and you can do, and then it's not hard. We can all do the math, right?
But it's a pain.
It's a pain, and there are just so many combinations. And just to give an example, I put this little table down here on the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at everything except the profession, it's the same for the first 2 lines, right? Between the first line and the second line, we just changed the profession from foraging to gardening. So it's the exact same summoned result, except one result gives you the hero with the foraging profession, the other with the gardening. One result has a 3.12% chance of hitting based on the percentages of these actual heroes, and the other one has a 0.55, a half percent. So with this information, you can actually calculate, hey, I spent this much money to purchase them. I then spent this much money to summon this warrior archer with B7, B8 in a forager. And I estimate that I would be able to sell it for, here I estimated like, let's say 50 crystal. And with all that data, you can actually calculate the expected value, which is a statistical term to say, hey, is it worth my money, basically? Am I going to get something back? And in this case, for this specific combination of traits, it's a minus 1.4, which means it's statistically not profitable. Like you're losing cash here. As we see from the net gain, it's pretty obvious, right? So then you do this for every single possible trait combination between any 2 heroes. So then we're talking hundreds of thousands, even tens of millions of combinations here. Like we're getting to really big numbers when you talk about all the heroes in your wallet compared to all the heroes in the tavern, and so on, right?
And then now we're also got to deal with, which is so fun and so cool, looking at these crafting genes, okay, and how all that works out and shakes out, because
exactly
that factors into the value and the professions, and all these different things.
That's right. Those are even more dimensions being added, right?
Yeah.
So it gets even deeper and deeper, and the game is not fully developed yet. So there's going to be even more coming. So we sometimes lean heavily on computers to do the work for us, right? So then look, we've had those 2 heroes, right? And we compare them to each other. That's awesome, right? Then let me say I have my one hero and I compare it to a few others, let's say 10, 100, whatever it may be. That's great. But then I want to compare my entire wallet to every single hero in my wallet, like everyone to each other, all these possible combinations. And then I want to upgrade again. I want to go to my wallet to the entire tavern because I want to fetch new heroes to summon with. and then maybe I want to put everything together, my wallet plus the tavern, and then compare all of that together. Like that's what we really want to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we
And
want
this
to see
is
where is the best possible pair
exactly.
to make the most profitability. Is that what this tool does? It just simplifies it to where this is your top pair based off this algorithm,
Yep.
rarity, profession, like ability, mutation chances, and it like does this algorithm and then says, hey, this is your best hero for this card.
Exactly. Precisely.
No way.
Really precisely.
Seriously?
Yep.
No way.
Yeah. You click a button and it spits out the results. Done.
Whoa.
That's really what it does. So
show me this magic, baby.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll show it. Of course. So I mean, what I wanted to say that there's really tons of data because we at any given time we have like, let's say 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10,000 heroes in the tavern. Plus you have whatever 1,200, 2,000 heroes at some point in time, right? So you're comparing 10,000 to 10,000 basically. And if you do the math, it's crazy numbers.
Wow.
So that's what it's doing at its core, right? And it can do a couple other things to help save some lost funds or some frustration, right? We don't want siblings in the mix, right? We don't want siblings there because it shows you a pair. Even I think ADFK, no one actually shows you siblings before you're about to buy. You have to do it on your own, right?
Right.
We strip them out.
Adventures in DFK doesn't, do they? They
don't. I don't think so. No, I don't think so
either. Because there's been so many times I see a good match, go to buy it or go to summon it within my wallet and find out they're siblings. Yeah. You can't summon it unless you go to the dark summoner. Which do you have an option for that?
No, I have not built that in yet. I haven't built it in, but actually, it wouldn't be too far fetched to do it in an afternoon and just have that available.
Okay, yeah, that's a good call to have that like a checkbox. Hey, siblings now count. No cooldown,
exactly.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, siblings. We don't really present them generally because you don't want to buy them. In most cases.
Yeah.
Tainted heroes. If I understood it correctly, 0 through 19 are still tainted. Was that what I understood?
No, they fixed them.
They fixed them. Okay.
Didn't get the benefit of having like the greater attunement crystal.
Okay. All right. So in that case, we don't need the removal of tainted heroes anymore, but we were handling that before.
Okay.
And then also, when it scans your wallet, it'll fetch all the prices you paid for it to get a history, so it can give you an accurate representation of what your profit will look like. And we get some stuff like overall chances, like summations of some values to give you like an overview, right? And this is really valuable when you're looking at a ton of data, like just numbers everywhere, and you don't want to filter through all of them. You just want like a quick overview that you can sort by to see the best results. So just some ways to simplify it, right?
Yeah.
So how do you actually use this? I mean, you talked about this already. You kind of mentioned a couple points, but I focus on 5 core, I call them queries. That's what we call them on the data side. So the classic one just focuses basically on what you said. Hey, let's get a class mutation. Let's look at rarity. Let's look at ability mutations. Let's look at stat boost. Let's look at all the common things. And let's give me the best possible combinations, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the overall, the all-arounder.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got ability. You say, hey, I don't care about anything else except ability mutations. That's all I'm shooting for at any cost, right? Then I go for profession. You can like breed miners, foragers, fishers. Profession targeted, you can like breed fishers that are only going to give you a mutation for a bard at the same time. So you can like double down there. And PvP is something new. I'm actually going to talk with the guys from Mythic Squad this weekend, I think. And we're going to talk about how to optimize that so that we can get summoning pairs that are optimized for spitting out PvP solid potential heroes, right?
Yes, dude.
So that's gonna be really great.
Excited here. You're getting me antsy to see this thing.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, it's really dry. It's just all a bunch of data, but
as long as it's simple and easy to use, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's an ongoing process. Let's put it that way. So
yeah.
But basically, any 2 heroes, you can put them together, and they're suited for one direction or another. They're not always suited for ability mutations. We all know that, right? So, but maybe they're suited for something else together.
Right.
But you don't think of looking for that because it's just too much. So you can choose what you want to shoot for here. Also offering 2 free tools. a crafting rank and a professional rank. They're bundled into the same package actually, but basically you put your wallet ID in, and it scans your wallet and it ranks your heroes. I used an algorithm or an index from Batar on Twitter. He sent me over his miner score. I think it's actually public knowledge, all of this stuff, but it'll rank all your heroes based on profession. And then additionally, I created my own algorithm for the crafting. It'll rank all your heroes in your wallet based on what their crafting potential is. So you know how valuable they actually are in terms of being a crafter.
So you've already implemented the crafting stuff.
Yeah, that's already
Really?
implemented. That's already implemented. So, and I've got some new things coming up that, I mean, I want to track summons. For me, this is like really cool. I like to see my history, my results. I like to see that kind of thing, you know?
Right.
In the background, I'm working on a machine learning algorithm or a model to train a machine learning model to estimate hero prices based on anything from the past. And when that is in place, that allows me to distribute hero price trends. Like, hey, how are our rare bards? How are they faring lately? You know, over the last 6 months. I don't know the site's name, but someone's doing this right now. They're
Okay.
showing history, right, of heroes and stuff like that. But what I wanted to do was kind of like categorize it, you know, like get different like hot heroes. Like, hey, these heroes are hot. They have like increased in the last, 2, 3, 4 months by 15%.
Right? It changes fast sometimes.
Exactly. And you can't keep up with that. You need machines to help us. So
Yes.
and then one little secret tool I've got.
Okay.
I scan the tavern. It's not out to the public yet, but I scan the tavern and I rank a hero's profession score. So it's basically the free tools. And I rank also the hero's crafting score, and then I compare it against the price to find the best deals for the highest crafter with the lowest price that I can purchase. So I just purchased a pure crafter, element aligned, and a point like a 120 score on blacksmithing or armor smithing, and I purchased him for 80 jewel.
Okay.
Sorry, 80 jade, jade, not jewel.
Wow.
80 jade.
And
So
it was like a perfectly aligned craft.
it was perfectly aligned. Yeah, it could not have been better.
Babe.
So the tools to find these kinds of things. It works for crafting. It works for profession. And after this weekend, I'm hoping that it will also work for PvP after I get some insider knowledge from the Mythic squad over there.
And Wowee. Got to get
Yeah.
Wowee in here.
I got to get the big brains in.
Yeah,
That's what I need.
Matty Pesk and Bogside Chat Boys. Get all those guys going.
That's
Okay.
what I need. So,
Okay.
I mean, some best practices here. We don't have to go over these. Let's actually, I want to jump in. I want to show you what it's all about. I
Let's
want
go.
to show you what it can actually do. Let me stop sharing. I'm going to share a different window now. Or actually, I can guide you through on your screen.
Okay, let's go. I got you. Here we go, baby. All right. So come here. Okay, best tool. So do I got to log in?
Actually, you do. I should have set you up with something before, but you'll have to log in
Create
quickly
an
or sign up.
real quick. Okay, let's go. All right. All right. Okay. We're going fast here. No problemo.
How many heroes you have in your wallet right now?
Dude,
1,000
it's
plus?
like 1,800.
1,800, almost 2.
Spread across 6 wallets.
If you want, I don't know if you want to share your entire wallet. We can also do my wallet. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm game.
We can start with any wallet ID you have with, let's say, I don't know, let's keep it under 500 heroes if you have that in a wallet.
Oh, yeah. Most of them, I think, are, well, yeah, we'll just do one that's under 500.
Okay, so let me start with the free tool first. I want to guide you through the free tool.
Okay.
So it's on the left. It says prepare hero analysis.
Okay.
So you just paste your wallet ID inside.
Okay, let's go.
It'll take a little bit of time.
Okay, so that's why we don't want to do a huge wallet at first.
Exactly. 100 heroes will be around a minute. And then actually, Grady, while that's running, I'm going to share my screen because I have an admin panel where I can bypass the payment.
Oh.
So we don't have to pay for the other query. So this one you're doing is free. So we'll let that run. And while it's running, I'll switch over to the paid one.
Okay. Should I do one with a decent amount of, like, we don't want too few heroes, but we don't want
I mean, 100 plus, anything 100 plus.
Okay. We're good. We got this. Okay. So here we go. So while this is generating, you're going to share.
Exactly. I'm going to share that one.
Okay. Is that working?
That's going to work exactly in the background for us. Don't click anything. It'll just go. Yeah.
Okay.
Click it once and then you wait. It's not ideal. It's very bare bones here. So let me push my screen up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share this tab that I have open, and I'm going to run a query for us. I'm going to run, I don't know, what do you have in mind, Grady?
Well, the hardest thing to get in the game is rarity. So I'd probably place the most emphasis on rarity chances, and then abilities and mutations, like pure heroes, of course, get a little boost. And yeah, and then total ability gene mutations. And then I don't even know what to think about the crafting yet. I haven't wrapped my mind around it, but obviously that's an important factor.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Yeah, probably lastly is profession.
So let's do this. Let's do an all-arounder.
Okay.
It basically takes everything into consideration. Let's do this one live. So we're basically going to filter our starting set right here, right? So we're saying, hey, I want to do a classic query, which is the all-arounder. I want to, let's say we're going for anything with at least 9 summons, right?
Yeah, there we go. Number of summons matters. Yeah, it's always a debate on what the hell to do.
Exactly. So let's say generation, I'm going to just kind of limit it just so it doesn't take as long to run. Let's do Gen 1s, right? So Gen 1s, we're going to do 9 out of 10s or 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
Rarity, I could, as you said, I could filter it to only rare or above, right?
Not leave commons. Sure.
Let's do anything above, common or above, right?
Yeah.
This is if you don't want to see profitable results, you want to see all results. I'm going to say, no, just show me the profitable ones here.
Okay.
I want any possible mutation.
Okay.
This is actually new. I added this today, so maybe I didn't actually test it on this version, but let's see if it goes.
Okay.
And I'm just going to compare tavern to the tavern, right? Let's say I want to pick up 2 new heroes. You could also say, hey, I want to compare my wallet to the tavern, or my wallet and the tavern to itself. So you can choose whatever you want there. We don't need the wallet ID. It's okay. This is my admin panel, so I can choose how many things I pull from the tavern. I'm going to pull all of them, and I'm going to give us the top 25 here. Okay. And it's not demo mode; it's real mode. So we're going to run this.
Okay.
And this also takes a little bit to complete, so things are taking a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So there's a paywall behind it, of course. So this is definitely paid. So for me, it's 0 Joule because I'm in the admin panel. For you, it's 5 Joule. So
5 Joule?
5 Joule, you're running a query, and you're getting basically 5 results back. So I upped it to 25 just for a better example here, but we're talking 5 Joule. So my thinking is you're getting 5 pairs in front of you that statistically will earn you a profit financially.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I see.
And you can take all of them. I mean, if they're still available. I mean, anyone can buy any of the heroes.
Okay.
So I'm testing it out. Let's see if it's actually a good idea, bad idea to put a paywall behind it. If people scream, then what are you supposed to do? Keep it and say too bad? No, you open it up. That's what you do.
Okay.
I think my computer is dying here. I'm gonna have to refresh in a second. Yeah, it's getting a little bit slow, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the streaming, maybe the just showing a tab, maybe it's preventing my MetaMask from opening because MetaMask is not opening at all right now.
Oh, that makes sense.
It might be. I've never shared just a tab with StreamYard.
You have dual screens going?
I don't right now. I don't. Let me share my whole window.
Okay.
Let me share my whole window. And then I think that'll be a little bit easier. since
And
MetaMask
so
was.
here's the question: when you set up a query and pay for it, can you run those parameters every day if you want to, or just once?
It's just once in that case. The query results are always available to you, but it's because basically every time you search, you're searching a whole new set of heroes.
Yeah.
Right. So the tavern is basically it fluctuates so frequently, the actual heroes inside. So let me get away from the duel. Let's see if that fixed the problem. So it wants me to make a payment. There we go, MetaMask. You guys can see it, right? Yeah.
No.
You can't?
Nope.
You can't see MetaMask, but you can see the screen share.
You still see the screen share, just
okay.
not MetaMask.
MetaMask just opened. I'm confirming the payment. It's going to process it on the blockchain in the background just to make sure everything went through. And then we're going to wait a little bit. And actually, Grady, that's a perfect time to hand it right back over to you.
Okay.
To check the wallet results.
Yeah, because mine has been up this whole time. It actually wasn't. It didn't take too long. So it's been
all right, perfect.
Most of that whole time. And so this is giving. What is this doing here?
All right, so this is just a big chunk of numbers in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Seems like it makes sense. I think if you can close the left navigation with that little 3.
Nope.
Or did it fix it? Does the full screen help with that? Not that much. Okay, let's work with what we got here.
Okay.
So basically what we have 2 main sections. We have the calculated section, we have the base class data section, okay? Base class data is just telling us what the hero is, okay? It's doing some basic stuff over here, class, level, profession. And the calculated section, it's a little bit mixed up, but craft EV and profession EV. These are rankings based on how valuable the hero is in comparison to what you paid for it, what we estimate that you paid for it as well. So what I like to do here, I like to see, hey, where are my best crafters? So I would just sort by craft rank, which is another field that we have here, and it's going to rank your heroes based on their crafting skills. So Grady, you have an excellent crafter, the first one.
Yeah.
He's extremely good. 4 is the top score here. You can't get higher than 4. So 3.28 is excellent. If you scroll all the way to the right, you're going to see he's pure woodworking. Right? You can keep scrolling. The table goes even further past your screen.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, to the right.
Okay. Here, I don't see.
I think you might have to scroll. Can you side scroll instead of down scroll?
I don't see one.
Does your mouse do it?
It's usually at the bottom. Okay. Yep, it is
all the way at the bottom. Okay.
Got it. Wow. Okay.
So it's a lot of data here. So basically, what we have, if you go all the way back to the top,
okay,
we've got some true/false columns, and we're looking at, is it a pure crafter? And in this first case, it's a true. Is it pure and also element aligned? Yes, it is. And is the primary stat boost on this hero aligned with the craft skill it has? And it's also a true. And your class index, which it can only be highest 1, which means it's the best hero for, it's the best, what's it called? It's the best, I don't know, hero type for that crafting profession. So 0.87 is actually pretty good, or 0.75 or above is pretty solid. So basically that allows you to rank your heroes. You can do the exact same thing for profession. It gives you a profession score. So it's on the left all the way. Again, you would have to scroll back over.
Right here?
Oh, it's even further, way at the beginning. We'll have to scroll over once more.
All right. Is this mobile friendly?
Actually, with that amount of data, I would say no. But the site itself works pretty clean on mobile, just generally as a site.
Okay.
So if you sort by profession score, 2 columns to the right, then you'll get your best questers.
Okay.
These are really solid questers. And then 1 column over, this is your level up index. And this is basically saying, how well has my hero leveled up based on the ideal hero for this profession?
Okay.
So a 1 would be he's on par with an ideal hero. Anything above 1 is above par, and anything below 1 is a little bit below, right?
And that's specifically for the profession.
For that one, that's specifically for the profession, right?
And
so you can see
free. This is a free part of your site.
Yeah, this is free. So you can just put your wallet in and you're good to go. You can run this as often as you want.
Okay.
So what I like to do with this, Grady, I really, really like to use this to see which direction I should level my heroes up. Because maybe I think he should be a good like quester, but it turns out with the advent of crafting, maybe this hero is even better at crafting. And
Yeah.
maybe I should be leveling him up now to be a crafter instead of a quester.
But if his crafting rank was showing 0,
Yeah, then I don't want to level him up at all for crafting.
okay.
He's terrible.
Why is it showing 0? Huh.
I mean, if you don't have any matches, like if you go to the 0 and you take a look at one of them on the right, he'll have differing. He won't be a pure crafter. It won't be element aligned, and it won't be one of the classes that has the best performance on that craft.
Okay. And what do you gauge off best performance? Because a Dragoon is pretty good at everything. His worst stat is 50%.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So what we're doing, we're making, I mean, we have to make a lot of assumptions here because all of the data for crafting is not out. So we're going purely based on the numerical values that they put in this, or who created the infographic? I don't know, this nice one again with all the crafts going in vertical columns and then all the hero class being ranked. Something like that for crafting, exactly.
I've got it. Hang on. Where'd it go? Where are you at? Where's it at? Oh, dang. I had it up. I probably... So I got too many tabs all the time.
I'll do the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. So
but I took those values.
Okay. All right.
And I pumped them in. So it doesn't mean that they're going to be a terrible crafter. It's just if you're going to level this hero up, should you be thinking about crafting or should you be thinking about PvP or should you be thinking about profession?
Okay. So then profession, he's not.
Profession score could be very low if the level is low, depending how you leveled it and how you actually handled questing. But the level up index is a good indicator of, hey, am I on par with becoming a good quester? And then what I will add to this coming soon after this weekend, I will add a PvP section. I think I'm going to split the tools into 3 different tools because it's just too much data in front of us here.
Yeah, but then you still need it. We need to be able to click.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
We need to be able
to have that overview.
Same screen to know, because you got profession score, profession level up index, craft rank. We want to do PvP.
Exactly. Yeah, we do need that summary view, don't we?
Yeah.
We definitely need that. Yeah, so that's how I like to use it. And like I said, I have that, like, let's say this hidden feature that I've built for myself that I'm getting ready to put it public, and it'll do basically this analysis on heroes in the tavern.
Okay.
So then you can see a deeper analysis on the heroes that are for sale.
Wow. So, yeah, and is that what your computer's still working on? Because you did tavern.
Yeah, the tavern is still running actually. So we must have a lot of heroes.
Because there's a zillion heroes in the tavern. Okay.
I think so. And I think maybe there's a couple people watching and running their own queries right now or running their own wallet scans at the moment. So,
okay.
I mean, while that's running, actually, I can show you some ones from, I think, yesterday or this afternoon or the day before. I focused on some profession stuff and also some classic queries that I can show you just to see what the results look like there.
Right. Okay. And so I did the free report, hero analysis report. Can you only do one wallet at a time?
In this case, yes, you can only do one wallet at a time. That's right.
Okay. And then we've got my queries. This is what isn't free. This is charged.
Yes, right? This will give you an overview of what you had run in the past.
Okay. Okay.
That's you.
Thank you. Okay, and then my tracked pairs. And so the charge is 5 jewel to get 5 good pairs.
5 statistically profitable. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Have you thought about possibly doing a subscription model? Here's Sticks piping up here.
It's generally speaking, subscription is a great idea for this sort of I don't know, what should we call it, approach toward digesting and ingesting and crunching data. It's difficult to give a subscription because with one subscription, it could apply to an entire guild, for example, and 1-2 people can completely kill the entire site with just a few queries. So it's kind of this like teeter-totter thing. I got to balance here. Like, hey, okay, I do want to do a subscription actually because it just makes it easier as well for everyone.
That makes sense but some people will be using it all day, every day, like crazy.
Yeah, and it just the costs you incur are way too high in that case. And I don't want to click MetaMask every time either. Like personally, it's a pain just to like have to approve every time I want to run a query. So I've been thinking about a way to structure it so that we can just say, hey, let me pay you whatever X joule per month or per week or whatever it turns out to be, and just have at it. Use it to your heart's desire, and then.
Yeah, or you could do. I'm just thinking out loud here. You could do like a weekly. This is how many you used, and this is what you owe. Otherwise, it gets shut down. I guess people.
Yeah, we could.
That.
We could cap it at something. You can buy. I don't know. You have a week to use 10, or you have a month to use 30, or like 1 per day, or a month to use 100, whatever you want. And the pricing would be, of course, much less than 5 per query. I think it's unrealistic to pay 5 per query if you're gonna basically commit to 100 or 30 or 10 or whatever it is, right? So
yeah, I guess you could have an option to prepay X number to use.
Yeah.
And then they're in your account. They're prepaid. One transaction. You just bought 100 queries, and it's a discount the more you buy. So you could do a pricing tier structure.
Yeah. That's a really good idea.
And I mean, like 10, or 5 queries is 5 joule. 10 is 9 joule. 20 is 8, or I mean, not 9. Yeah.
You go down by 1.
10 is 9 joule. 20 is 18 joule. 50 is, you could like do pricing tiers where you get a discount by going up the scale and buying, and then they just buy them all at once and have them in their account so they don't have to run a whole bunch of transactions.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a thought.
That's actually a really good thought. I mean, that's a solid idea. If anyone listening also has like if they feel strongly about, hey, I think the reasoning for a subscription, I mean, I have to balance it out as well. So I don't want to open a subscription and then 47 people come in the first hour and just kill the entire server. And these sorts of calculations, they actually demand a lot of resources in the background. So it's not just a standard website, right?
Right.
It's also not just showing you static, like just kind of plain data. It's doing a lot of crunching in the background. So it does.
Yeah, and it's always changing.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's changing all the time.
So the calculations have to be fresh on the spot, basically. Otherwise, it's out of date for you.
Yeah.
And then valueless.
Wow. Yeah, so it makes the most sense to buy them up front. But then, so you're looking at, when do you need to start paying more money to update your server? Is that how this works?
Yeah, that's actually right. I mean, there's some optimizations, of course, I can do to speed things up and make it more efficient. But yeah, that's the idea, to kind of rank the usage, evaluate it, and see where it stands. Because you can get a cheap server for $5-10 a month, but unfortunately, those don't get me very far here with this tool.
They'll get you crashed.
Yeah,
you gotta. So as you upgrade your servers, like capability, that's going to be based on how much people are using it, how fast it's growing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Devs, like, who was it that said, was it Born to Die? I think he's paying like $600 a year. And and also Stronghold, the info, with DFK Expert, he said he's paying like $600 a year. And I bet Born to Die is paying more than that even. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, these costs, they can accumulate. They accrue very quickly.
Right. And so
Very
these
quickly.
a lot of these devs are just literally paying money and doing the work.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I mean, I'm not gonna really earn any serious money, like maybe a tiny bit extra, but like at 5 Joule with the server costs I have, I'm covering costs basically. So it's not a
But
it's not
that's
a job.
because volume. How many people are doing it?
It varies. We'll have between whatever, sometimes one a day to 20 right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just put it out, let's say a month and a half ago, month
Mhm.
ago. I'm not sure, something around there.
Wow.
So, but it's built in a way that, I mean, someone just wrote in the chat. It's built in a way that um, we offload the calculations to these, let's call them workers in the background, right? So like if you run a query, Grady, and I run a query, they won't conflict too heavily with each other because we have workers doing work independently of each other in the background.
Right.
So
Yeah.
something that we can use to optimize things. But anyway, too much of the technical stuff.
Well,
What do you think about showing those results? Let me see if
okay.
I got some on my side.
Yeah, do it. Go. Man, I love it. GF Burke is such a legend. Baby, I love you. Love you guys in the chat. But yeah, so I feel like a prepay
Cool.
of queries makes the most sense, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a really good idea. I think it's a really good idea.
And get a discount, and then that gets you your money right up front. And
Wh-
it'll help you pre-plan usage too.
exactly.
That
Yeah,
makes
someone buys 30, then I know I'm gonna get 30 queries at some point in time.
right. And so hopefully you can start making a living off it, you know, when we have thousands of people, baby, pouring
Oh,
in
that's
here, buying up.
different level. Yeah, different level.
Let's go. Okay.
All right, so this is my section. These are my queries that I run. I run a few. Sometimes I do some testing. It fails, but this is the one we ran. It'll take a second to load. It's a little bit of data. We got 25 results there, so we did that standard one, right? So um, I think that we probably have some unprofitable ones. We definitely do. I think that I probably clicked something wrong here to show the unprofitable ones, and it's sorting them the wrong way. But
Okay.
this is basically what we're looking at here. So we're looking at the hero one, the legionnaire, paired with the pirate.
Uh-huh.
Not a classic combination, right? We wouldn't typically think of that. But if you take a look at why this is paired, you'll see because it has an overall 154% chance of an ability mutation, of landing something above a basic, basically.
Right.
And we have a 37% chance on the A1 for an advanced, 37 on A2, and so on. Right? Like, this is a solid combination. Even though it has no class mutation. Sorry, I flipped those.
But
No
those are
class mutation.
ability mutations? How is it 37% if it's a mutation?
It wouldn't be a mutation in that case. So it
Oh.
doesn't necessarily mean a mutation. It just means the chances to get it. So this should be actually switched.
Okay.
The 42 might. No, it couldn't be a mutation at 42.
Yeah, because I think the
It's
most
too high.
is like 22%.
Yeah,
If it's
exactly.
or 23% maybe.
So it turns out that I think a lot of these heroes we're looking at, they have a pretty high price per summon, which is 147. So this number basically means that with the purchase price of a Legionnaire and the Pirate, together with all 10 summons,
Oh,
if I take that all together and I divide by 10, the number of summons, my price per summon is 147, which is
okay.
actually pretty pricey, which is why the expected value is a negative. So it expects that you're going to lose if
Oh,
you do 10 summons here.
okay.
So
I see.
just looking at the numbers here, this would not be a statistically good decision.
Okay. Even
If
though,
you're,
you could
yeah,
get triple advanced. Okay.
you could get a 4 times advanced here, which is awesome. So you might be shooting for the jackpot, which is also one way to summon, right?
Yeah.
But just looking at the numbers,
Don't do that. So click on the one that's more profitable. Is that where the EV spot is there?
yeah, actually, we're at the most profitable one here. So out of the 25, we didn't find any profitable ones at the moment. So either its reality. I will double check after the stream and see if maybe there's a bug inside, but I will show you one in just a second where it's typically you get like at least 10, to be honest.
Okay, that are in the positive and not negative.
Exactly.
Okay. So it checked the entire tavern on which, did it check both blockchains?
Yes, it checks both. Checks both.
Oh.
So it scans everything for you.
So it couldn't find one single profitable pair based off pure statistics. Interesting.
No, it did not. So, and we've got a couple other things here. We've got the pure chances if you're looking for that. I don't think on Classic I do subclass mutations at the moment. I think I've left that out for the time being. I do that on PvP because I think that's important to have a pure on PvP because you get the chance to get the 15, like the extra move. I don't know what it's
Oh, right,
called.
right. Yeah.
You have to be a pure.
That won't fact. I want to debate that out and talk that out with people because that won't even come into play until either level 45 or 55.
Oh man.
For the pure subclass.
We're talking a little bit of time there, right?
Yeah,
so
it's going to be a while. Now, at that point, it might really be worth having those pure subclass abilities, skills in there. But you can make so many good subclass combinations where you might be at a disadvantage overall over time. But it's a good discussion to have. I haven't had that one yet, but I've been wanting to. Okay. This is cool though. So right now, what this is telling you is you just check the tavern to buy 2 heroes, and there's not a double 2-hero combination currently at the moment that will come out, statistically speaking, that will be profitable summoning all 10, or what about
with all 10 summons? Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been requested.
Like summon the first 5.
Exactly.
And then sell them. Maybe that's a different story.
Summoning the first 5 is actually worse off statistically.
Oh.
Because you give yourself, making the assumption that you have good chances here.
A good pair, right? If you've got a phenomenal pair, you want to use them up.
You want to use it. You want to hit, even if there's only 1 summon left on the child. You still want it because it's still valuable. So you definitely want to go for all 10 summons. So it is a strategy to go for 5 and then sell, of course. But in this case, when we're searching in this method, we definitely want to go through all. So when I see this, let's sort by class mutation here. Let's ignore the profitability right now and just show you what we would normally look at, right?
Yeah.
I would like to sort by class. That's what I like to do. I like to see, hey, where are the mutations here? I check these.
Quick heads up. I think the brown gent gets going here. Doesn't you guys get going at 6? It's already 5:57 on the time warp. I'm telling you.
So that's
like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go a minute or 2 over.
Oh, we got to respect his time. We got to respect.
Well, and it's okay if we maybe just go a tiny little bit over, and then. But people just know you can start hopping over here in a couple minutes to Brown Gent's stream, and then you can come back and finish up with us. Okay.
Cool. So what I wanted to show is the things that I'm looking at in this table, right? Personally, I look at the class mutation chances together with the overall advanced ability chances, right? Then I search for what I want, right? Let's say I'm going for a bard for whatever reason it is.
Yeah.
I can also take a look at the profession, right? If it's a fisher, I'd be even happier, but it's a forger, it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I don't care about class mutation, I'll just sort by chances for ability mutation here, right? So what this also does, it takes, this is a ridiculous pair, right? It costs 1,800 per summon.
Per summon?
Per summon, that's the average, yeah.
Okay, I see.
It must be a really pricey pair. So we can click a link and go to ADFK, give them some traffic, and
okay, that goes to DFK, ADFK.
And you can go deeper and because they have a really great view of the heroes.
Okay.
You can see the prices. You can see all those sorts of things. So yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's basically what we're looking at here. So what we're doing here, the expected value, like this calculation in the background, we don't see the data here, but it takes into consideration the chances for rarity and the chances for the stat boost. Okay. So these are 2 things that are that are added to the calculations for this number here, the EV number.
Yeah.
And but we just don't see the data here. I don't think that's actually relevant because it's pretty standard, the rarity chances.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Brown Gent's getting going here in about a minute.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get you back on in a week or two again.
Yeah, would be great.
And I'm sure you'll have more developed out.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm loving this. Let's brainstorm about where it can be reasonable for the user and profitable for you and the servers and the best way to go about it. Let's talk about your vision for it. Let's talk about how we can simplify it. Let's just get on here and brainstorm on this tool for like 2 or 3 hours some night.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think there's a lot of there's lots of room for improvement. The raw structure's there, but we got to tune it. We got to tune it.
This seems like though a huge winner. And if there's a way, one of my thoughts too, if there's a way that you could make it to where if we really want to geek out and nerd out, you can see all the detail. Mm-hmm. But if there's a way where you can simplify it and just be like, here's your best pair. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep. Yep.
Which is kind of what you do, but simplify it a little more to where it's not overwhelming for new people coming in. That will help you scale this thing more.
Oh, it's a big slap in the face when you see this for the first time.
Yeah, because it's like, whoa, a little overwhelming.
I think there's very few people that like it. Most people are going to say, okay, all right, what am I supposed to do now?
We can change that. We can make it a freaking cornerstone tool. I already know. I'm confident.
Looking forward to going that direction. So
I can help you with making this into a cornerstone DFK tool. Unequivocally, where it's reasonable, done. And people use it when they're ready to do their thing.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's definitely the goal.
Yeah.
And when it expands to PvP and you can then track all of your summons per summoning pair, you can see your profitability, what were the chances of hitting that result, all that data. So that's all nice to see. And
yeah, dude, I'm pumped. Yes. Okay, let's wrap up.
Cool.
I love this tool. I'm loving life. I'm loving the third-party devs. DeFi Kingdoms, baby. Let's go. Brown Gent. I bet he's live already.
Head on over, guys.
Heading over. Love you guys. We'll come back week or two. Yes, I love you. Big. Let's do it again, man. I'm in love with the tool.
It was a pleasure.
Okay.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, you bet. We'll see all the details at the top of the description below. Love you.